This episode of the podcast is brought to you by Biotropic Labs. Biotropic Labs is a company that makes its own natural and healthy custom formulated sports supplements. I tried them out. Paul has also tried them. We both like how we feel on them. It dramatically and positively improved our performance, allowing us to train and work out at a much higher level and with much more endurance. His products are built around a blood support and oxygen delivery. To learn more about their products, please visit them on the web at biotropiclabs.com. At checkout, use the promo code UNION10 to receive 10% off your order. Your order is also backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, zero-risk purchase. Again, that's biotropiclabs.com. Use the promo code UNION10 at checkout to receive 10% off your entire order.
This episode of the Grappler Union podcast is brought to you by BJJ Tees. Go to bjjtees.com, enter the promo code Grappler Union, and save 10% off all your jiu-jitsu apparel. Go to bjjtees.com today.
This episode of the podcast is also brought to you by Strychnine Jiu-Jitsu, makers of vintage-inspired tees, hoodies, and rash guards. Go to strychnine.co, that's STRYCH9.co, and use the promo code UNION at checkout to receive 20% off your online order.
Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Grappler Union Podcast. Paul Maloney alongside Anthony Zito. On this episode, we have David Skinny Herrera in studio. Skinny is a black belt under Leandro Tatu Escobar and is a 3-time Worlds Medalist. Enjoy.
I need the 6 minutes. That's what happens in that 6 minutes.
You told me using any technique that works. Never to limit myself to one style. Keep an open mind.
We're not here to take part. We're here to take over.
In order to become more peaceful, in order for you to become better and strategize your life.
Zito has a lot of cool stuff.
Yeah, okay. I try.
Yeah.
I got some more stuff coming soon. Skinny.
What's up,
that's
guys?
that's the only...
We're live?
Yeah, we're live. I don't know you any other way but Skinny. What's your real name?
My name is
that a weird thing to come out with? Like, I've met you a
Off
bunch
the
of
bat.
times. What's your real name?
My name is David Herrera, and
okay.
I got Skinny. I got the name Skinny because the first gym I joined, there was another David, I believe, and he was a little bit fatter than me. So they just looked at me and they were like, "Hey, Skinny, get over here," So they called me Skinny. Then now Andre, you guys know, he took that name to his gym, and then when I got to Brazil, they introduced me over there as Skinny, so all Brazil knows me as Skinny. And I think the only people that call me David is my mom, my dad, and my cousins and my sisters. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Just an immediate
That's
family.
it, immediate
right?
family, so
Yeah,
it is
okay.
pretty weird. Sometimes when my mom calls me David, sometimes when it doesn't program in my head sometimes. Like,
Right, 'cause
she has
you're so used to
so
Hearing people call you Skinny all the
yeah,
time.
but yeah. It's a unique name, kind of, not really, but yeah.
I mean, it's not like you're 400 pounds and people are calling you slim.
Right,
You know
yeah.
what I mean, it's
Yeah,
like,
one
come
of
on,
those.
man.
Tiny.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Well, you are. How much do you weigh?
I weigh right now. I weigh around 127, 128.
Yeah.
And then when I compete, I have to get down to 123 or 4. 5'6", 5'7".
A little taller than me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because when we rolled the other day, I was like, oh, okay. So you roll. So you're a light. I felt like you were lighter.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, so nice to roll with someone my size.
There you go.
It's nice. How'd you do with Maneko? I didn't get to see you guys
Dude,
roll. He's so big right now.
Maneko is he's
so
dude,
big.
it's weird, man. He's like, he just gets better and better.
I know.
Every time I come back, he gets better and better. And but yeah, I love training with Andre.
Yeah.
Andre's awesome, and he's so passionate about everything. So
Yeah.
Training with him is awesome. The first thing I did when I got here, I got to my mom's house. My little sister's there. She has her permit. She's 16 years old. She has her permit to drive. And I was like, yo, take me to the gym. I'm going to go train with Andre because later on I'm not going to have time. So that's the first thing I did when I got here from Brazil was go to Andre's gym and train.
Nice.
So
And you were wearing a gray belt when you first walked in.
yeah. I didn't even pack my
He comes out to the mat with a gray belt.
Yeah, I didn't pack my gear, my belt or anything because I knew it was going to be hard for me to train, and
Okay.
I didn't want to bring I didn't want to check my bag. I just brought a carry-on with me from Brazil. So I just brought shoes, regular work clothes, and stuff like that. And when I came here, I decided to make a trip to the gym, and I borrowed Pierre's gi and some kid's gray belt.
Yeah, but Andre let you use his belt. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
That was really cool.
Yeah, I used a belt with 3 stripes, so that's pretty
That
cool.
was pretty cool.
Black belt with 3 stripes.
Yeah. Man, so
And Zito's back from No-Gi Worlds.
No-Gi Worlds, yeah.
How was that, man?
Fucking awesome.
Yeah.
It was awesome. I mean, it's just cool to be in that environment with all those professional jiu-jitsu artists.
I bet.
Just walking around with them, sitting next to you. You like in other sports, it's just not like that.
Yeah.
You're not going to sit next to Michael Jordan. You're not going to sit there. You know what I mean? You can't just come up to those guys. It's hard to get to them.
Right.
But Gordon Ryan's sitting like two seats down from me, chilling.
Are you saying Gordon Ryan's the Michael Jordan of
Not at
grappling?
all. But Craig Jones is sitting there.
he's really
Barrett
good.
Yoshida's like just sitting there bullshitting next to me. I'm just
Right.
like, hey, you fuck. Like I just turn around like there's Michelle Nicolini, whatever. Is that you say
I
her
think
name?
so. Yeah.
I just call her Cutie Pie.
Okay. But there's just everywhere. You're just like, this is fucking amazing. Kyle Terrace walking down the hall. I'm just like sizing him up. I'm like, maybe. No. But it's just cool. It was just cool to be there. I was disappointed by the acai. Honestly,
Okay.
I was a little stunned that it was like wasn't as good this year. It's kind of weird.
You're gonna once you go to Brazil and if you go to the northern Brazil, you get some really, really good acai.
Okay.
And then once you go there, you eat really good acai, and you come back to the States, you're just gonna get disappointed
Is it?
every
Yeah.
single time.
At Master Worlds, it was really good.
It's like going out to Colorado and snowboarding and then coming back here and going to Wisconsin.
Yeah,
You're
exactly.
like, fuck this.
Yeah, it's not going to happen. But, I mean, overall, it was a great trip. We trained out with American Top Team. And actually, the acai next to that place was pretty darn good. But it was awesome, man. It was a good trip. The outcome wasn't the greatest. I lost, but I had a blast, I know what I did wrong, and I'll improve on it and go out next year,
Yeah.
There you go. There you
But
go.
it was fun.
What did you do wrong?
See, Paul and I talked about this.
Yeah.
So, I mean, my game is, how do I put it? I'm like the long distance runner.
Yeah.
Okay. I run long and far. So, and in competition, you need to be a sprinter. So a 5-minute match for me is just, I need time to set things up. I'm a little more methodical, and I need to go and not be that type,
Yeah.
So in a 10-minute match, 15-minute match, I'd feel great doing that. Even 8, 10 minutes,
Yeah.
somewhere in that range. But at that 5 minutes, it's just, I feel like there's not enough time. Like I need more time, to kind of play my game. So I've got to learn to speed things up and maybe but rolling at a 3-minute round at more high intensity often, as opposed to, trying to do the 6-minute rounds and just chilling and whatever.
And not relying on your opponent making a mistake either.
Right.
I know that's a big part of your game.
It
Like
is,
you wait
yeah.
till they fuck up. Some guys don't fuck up.
It's true.
Some guys don't fuck up in the first 5 minutes.
Right.
Yeah,
I agree with you on that. I mean, I bait people a lot and wait for them to mess up, and
Sometimes you just got to go take it,
yeah, it's just something I got to work on. I'm getting.
You got
I'm
tips
getting
for him, Skinny? You rolled with him.
You're good, man. You're good. Just keep training, I guess.
Yeah.
That's it, man. You guys are all good. It's just keep training, keep competing, and it'll come one day, And also, there's times that people hit rough patches, of course. There was one time I lost like 7 tournaments straight. It was weird because right before that I won the Europeans, and then I lost literally 7 tournaments straight the first match. So,
Whoa. What would you attribute that to?
I don't know. I was doing the same. I was training hard and everything, and it was just, I don't know. Just I can't answer that. It was weird,
Yeah.
But,
Now, do you normally do the absolute or the open class?
No, I did. I did my last open class at Blue Belt, and I got killed. I remember, and then just I think guys that do it are doing it. Guys my size that do it are doing it because they just love competing against bigger guys.
I found it. I was actually less nervous
Yeah.
for the open class that I competed in than I was for the people. Well, I didn't compete in my division. I competed in one up from my division, but that made me more nervous than the open class.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but competing against
there's no
bigger
ego.
guys,
There's no ego involved.
maybe that's what it is.
Because you're expected to lose.
Yeah, completely. Where I'm expected to get smashed,
Right.
right? And I'm pretty confident in my jiu-jitsu. I'm confident enough that I can go against the guy I compete against was 215. And
yeah, that picture you posted on Facebook was ridiculous, and it looked even funnier because he's in first place, you're in second, so
Right.
he had that like bump on the podium
Right,
too.
right.
It just looked
Just like a giant.
ridiculous.
Yeah, he was a big dude, but I didn't feel threatened. I didn't feel I was attacking him more than he was attacking me. That's for sure. He took me down and he scored just 2 points.
Yeah.
And I think he scored an advantage because he almost got to side control. But I felt totally fine in that match. I think if I was lasted a little bit longer, I would have definitely tired him out and took his back or something to that effect. But I felt good in the open class. I'm confident in my jiu-jitsu. I'm confident in my defense, rather.
Yeah, your defense.
I'm 100%. Like it's gonna be hard for a guy like that to submit me.
Yeah, you're very hard to submit,
But
guys just beat you.
guys beat me
Points,
because of the
you know?
points thing, and I got to learn that game. And I think like when they say like match, what is it? Styles make matches.
Yeah.
The wrestler I went against that first in that weight class, that I what was it? Featherweight.
Featherweight.
He was a really good wrestler, and I just do terrible against wrestlers. They're just so good at just holding you and just scoring and positioning and just
That's what they do. That's what
they
wrestling
do.
is. It's scoring.
Yeah,
for the most
really,
part.
they're just really good at it, and I got to figure out
Most wrestling matches do not end in a pin.
right.
They end in a 1-2 points.
Have you gone against a lot of wrestlers? I mean,
No, yeah, I've gone against my fair share of wrestlers.
What is there's no magical
No,
thing
no,
you can do against them. You just gotta. Work
I've
your
noticed
game, right?
that. I've noticed that they hold positions. They hold positions a lot better, and they can stall you out better.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, as long as you get past that takedown, that first
Yeah.
2-point takedown, I usually do really good.
Yeah.
And
How do you get, like? For me, I was having a hard time just. Like I pulled guard,
Yes.
and then I'm like, okay, let's go, let's just get this thing going.
Yeah.
And he was just kept his legs away from me.
Yeah.
Wouldn't let me pull him on top of me. He
Yeah.
just kind of stood on the outside. He actually got a stalling call on him.
No, yeah.
And he just stood on the outside and just walked around me and
Yeah.
just outpointed him 5-0. I think he got me.
Yeah. When that usually happens, you just gotta. I like to work with the clock. You gotta work with the clock and with the rules. So it usually happens once they get their first stall. That's when they go in, and that's when you got to be ready. To get your grip right away. And of course, with no-gi, it's a lot
No-gi,
harder.
right.
And but that's it. As for wrestlers, their biggest advantage is at the beginning of the match. And once you get past that, to me, I think it's a lot easier.
Do you do a lot of no-gi?
I do more now than I used to.
Okay.
But no, I do more of the majority of my training is gi. So, but I do no gi now a couple times a week.
Okay.
Just to change it up.
Yeah.
So
I mean, and that's the thing going against a wrestler in the blue belt division. You know what I mean? You think of a blue belt, you think, all right, anywhere from 1 to 3 years of mat time.
Right.
Yeah, but plus you're a wrestler.
Right.
Could be 8 years of mat time on top of that.
He could have been a college wrestler, a high school wrestler.
Right,
Who knows, right?
So when you're talking about mat time, they have a lot of it.
Right, not just above and beyond jiu-jitsu mat time.
Right.
Yeah, it's different. I mean, I like I said, I want to compete at that level, and I've got to figure out that puzzle, because at Worlds and all these bigger tournaments, you're gonna get those guys, and they're gonna be fucking good, even if they're in the old man Masters 3 division. They're still gonna be fucking good, because at my weight class. These guys aren't freaking eating Doritos and drinking beer all day long. They're in shape.
Yeah.
So I got to step it up. Got to step up my game.
That's weird because you're Master 3, right?
Yeah.
And what age is that?
I think it was by year 1974.
35 to 40.
I'm not.
No, it's 40. I'm 42.
Yeah,
so it's
I'm asking
40 to 45.
40 to
It's 40,
45.
45.
40 to 45. So you competed against a wrestler who's a 40-something-year-old blue belt.
Right.
So that guy probably wrestled in high school and college and then had no grappling and then recently found jiu-jitsu and is totally stoked about it.
Oh yeah, dude. He won Pans. I think 2017 Pans. This
Yeah.
guy was. I asked him after the competition there because everyone's super nice. He was really nice. I said, hey man, because he wasn't in that division when I signed up.
Yeah.
And it was just 2 other guys that were in it. And I said, hey man, you weren't there, and then all of a sudden you were there. He goes, yeah, I was feeling a little light, so I figured I'd come down. I'm like, oh, you suck.
Great. And you cut weight on top of it.
I'm like,
super.
God, man, that's
So he came down and you bumped up.
He came down and I bumped up, and then he, like the other two guys in that division. I mean, he submitted the one guy who submitted the other guy. So yeah, he was good.
So you're doing jujitsu math. You're thinking you could beat the other two guys.
I was doing jujitsu
gotcha.
math. Yeah, I'm like, let me get the other two guys and let's see how I can do. But I didn't get those other guys. I got him.
You ever go out to Nogi Worlds, Skinny?
I went 1 year. I went 1 year as a blue belt. Yeah, but I didn't compete. It's weird.
You went?
I went and didn't compete. I got hurt. Like I think I got a hernia.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I had a hernia.
Ugh.
Yeah, like a couple of weeks before. It was weird. I already signed up, bought a ticket and everything. So yeah, I had a hernia.
So when did you start training and everything?
I started training. Oh god, end of 2009, early 2010, and it was after high school. I went to Chicago. I moved back to Chicago. I was going to high school in Wisconsin, and I wanted to get in shape, but I didn't want to like run sprints or do that stuff. And I saw a couple hip clips of early UFCs, and I thought I could be Hoist Gracie, Right. So, but yeah, I trained. I started training around that time, and I was pretty good at, I was pretty good just to start out. So I stuck to it, and here I am now, 7 years later.
And were you always like the same size as you are right now?
I was always the same size.
Pretty much,
I never weighed past 135 pounds.
Wow, that's awesome.
No. High school, I think I weighed around 115. Then at the end of my senior year, when I started getting chubbier, it was 135. Because I worked at my dad has a Mexican restaurant, so I would just eat burritos all day. I was skinny fat. It was real weird. And yeah, and then I just wanted to do something else, get in shape, get active.
Yeah.
So you moved back to Chicago. Who did you train with then?
I trained with Pedro Viana. Viana, I believe now is a cop.
Yeah.
And
his school's still open.
His school's still open. I believe his brother Daniel's running it.
Right.
But Andre was there too, so I was training with Pedro and Andre. And then I moved to Brazil, and when I came back, Andre had started a school. So Pedro was a cop, and I was cool. I was always cool with Andre, so I decided to stick with Andres.
And what belt rank were you at the time?
I was a purple belt. I remember Pedro gave me my purple belt a week before I went to Brazil, and it was tough, man. Dude, I went to Brazil as a brand new purple belt, and it was tough.
I bet
it was tough, man. There was purple belts that I was going against that had more time just at purple belt than my whole jiu-jitsu career.
Yeah,
right.
That's true.
Because I got purple belt. I got promoted pretty fast, I think. So I think like 2.5 years I got purple belt. And yeah, it was.
So how long were you in Brazil after you got promoted?
I was in Brazil. I got my purple belt. 1 week later, I moved to Brazil. And then I was at purple for 2 years. I got my brown. And
who did you train with in Brazil?
In Brazil, I got sent to BTT because Pedro was a BTT guy. And from BTT, they have like just a whole bunch of friends, like branches. And I got sent to because I was a lightweight guy. Master De La Riva in Copacabana was having like a lightweight session training just for De La Riva only guys that weighed 160 pounds and under.
Oh, wow.
So I got invited to go train there.
That's cool.
And from there, I met Gabriel Wilcox, which was an old school Carlson guy. I ended up renting a room in his house he had a gym there too. And from there, we would go train at Soul Fighters.
Okay.
And that's where I met Tatu. And I've been with Tatu for since Tatu gave me my brown belt and my black belt recently. So
wow, no shit.
Yeah.
So what made you make the move to Brazil?
Man, I don't know. All my friends were going to college and graduating college. I tried college, and I just can't sit in a classroom, and I just can't do it. Every time I would go to college, I'd sit in the front row, and that T zone, where like the T in the front is a line in the middle it makes a T zone.
Right.
There's like statistics where like if you sit in that T zone, you get better grades because you're paying more attention. I would always sit in that T zone, but I would never get better grades. I would always fail. So I was like, dude, not even the T zone is working for me in school.
I never heard of that before.
Yeah, I know.
Is that
You
real?
can't just sit there and get good grades.
I guess
You got to
so,
actually
dude.
pay attention.
I was like, oh, I'm sitting in all parts of the T zone.
Right.
But yeah, dude, I couldn't get school. I could never get school. And I remember I told my family, I was like, yo, I got some money saved up. I'm just gonna go to Brazil. I'm pretty decent in jiu-jitsu. I want to get better. I'm just gonna go to Brazil.
Yeah, fuck it. That's awesome. I'm just gonna go to Brazil. No family down there. Just
No family. I didn't know Portuguese.
So
did you even speak Portuguese?
So did
That's
you
awesome.
like plan to go down for a couple weeks and check it out and see if you like it, and then you just stayed, or
I
were you just
bought-
like, I'm going for
My
it?
first ticket I bought was for 6 months, and because that's the length I could have stayed with my visa.
Right.
And I went there. And I stayed my 6 months.
And this is where'd you Sao Paulo?
No, Rio. I went to
Rio?
Rio, and then I came back, and I don't know how I got back in right away, but I got back in right away with no problem. I came back after my 6 months, and then I stayed only in the U.S. for like a month, and I went back, and they let me in. So I thought I I could stay longer, but I kept doing that for a couple months, and I got deported my first time. Like in 2013, I got deported from Brazil.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because they were like, you overstayed your visa.
Oh, no shit.
I was like, oh,
and they
just-
came and found you?
No, like when I tried to go back in Brazil,
Uh-huh.
they stopped me at the airport in Brazil. The plane already landed.
So
And,
what do you do at that point? Got to get on the plane and
dude,
go back?
no, I was like, all right, so are you taking me back? And they were like, your airline is taking you back. But I had booked a cheap airline that time.
Uh-huh.
So they were like that airline that has like only 3 flights a week to the States.
Oh, shit.
So I had to stay like in the airport for like 2 days.
Did you?
Like Terminal, the movie?
Yeah.
Pushing the carts and stuff. Yeah, bro. I had to stay at the airport. I met a girl there.
At the airport?
At the airport. Yeah, I met a girl there. She worked for the airline, and she had to like take care of me so I wouldn't run away. But I met her there. I met a girl there, and I still got her contact number and everything. She got me pillows and blankets and stuff.
no shit.
Nice.
Yeah. So
Yeah. Did you guys have a little thing going on?
we talked for a bit.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
nice,
you
dude.
know. I came back, got
It
my
was kinda
paperwork
worth it
ready,
then.
and then I went back. Yeah, it was pretty cool.
So you had to come back, sort out your paperwork, and then go back?
Yeah, man. I came back. I sorted out my paperwork, and then I went back, and then I to get my permanent status. I guess you could say I fell in love, and I met the woman of my life, and I got married.
I
That's
gotcha.
awesome.
You know?
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And I have permanent status now. You know,
Beautiful.
I have a family.
So you're like a dual citizen, right?
Not yet. So I have
Not
to
yet?
wait
Okay.
one more year before I get my Brazilian passport, and then
Okay.
I can apply for dual citizenship.
Oh, nice. Beautiful.
So
It's awesome, man.
Yeah, man.
So you felt that, like, I mean, you love jiu-jitsu so much and you wanted to get better at it. You felt like you needed to move to Brazil to do that?
California just wasn't good enough.
California was a lot more expensive.
That's true.
California
It's
was
also
a
very
lot
true.
more expensive, and Rio is expensive.
Okay.
But nothing compared to Cali.
Because you wanted to just train.
I wanted just to train, and I trained so much over there that I'm literally like I'm just beat, and I get home and I just lay down, turn on the air conditioner, and my Sundays I literally just lay down with the air conditioner on. But I can afford over there a decent place, I guess you would say. I don't live in front of the beach or anything,
Right.
but I live next to the gym. It's decent. It has everything I need. It has Wi-Fi, it has AC. It's a room that has Wi-Fi, AC. I have a kitchen, and I can afford a maid because maids in Brazil are really cheap. So I have somebody that makes my food, washes my gis, washes my clothes.
Oh, wow, that's
you know,
nice.
so and I couldn't get that in
Right.
In
in California.
No,
In
no.
California, I would probably have to at least have like a part-time job and
Yeah,
stuff.
for
So.
sure.
Damn.
So
Do you surf?
I tried surfing. But
Dude, you're
surfing
training
just
like a
takes-
professional athlete.
Yeah, you can't surf. Like I did some surfing classes though.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Damn, Zito.
What?
You might have to go to Brazil, bro.
Yeah, I think that's. How old are you?
I'm 28.
See, there you go.
Dude, you can go to Brazil. Just
Yeah,
go.
dude.
I want to quit everything.
Twice a day, maid.
Does sound nice.
You need two mates to clean all your gis, bro.
Yeah, that's true.
How many gis do you have, Skinny?
I gave a lot away because I got sponsored by Tamo, so I had to give all my other gis away. But at the one point, I had around 13 to 15 gis.
There you go. See,
There you
maybe
go.
it's
what?
a little guy thing.
He's a
Yeah.
black belt.
It's true. He is a black belt.
Yeah, but now I think I have 9 because I can't train with other ones. But yeah, I run out of gis. You can probably wear like. I can probably use one gi and use it in the morning, and depends how hot it is. I can use it again at nighttime, the nighttime training. But what I do have a lot is a lot of underwears, man. Like a lot of those tighty whities and stuff like that. Dude, I go through 3-4 a day because I have strength and conditioning and 3 jiu-jitsu classes.
Yeah,
so it's
that's
4
true,
undies
yeah.
a day. Yeah, I have to always buy undies, and they disappear all the time.
They
Like
do?
socks and undies for me, they
Something with
disappear.
your maid? Something going on?
Maybe my
She got a
maid
little
like
fetish?
she takes them away. Or I thought she took them and like sold them in the favela. You know what I'm saying?
That's a thing. Isn't
Yeah.
that like a fetish, like a sweat?
I don't
Oh,
know.
yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah,
It is.
maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. I need to use that. Sorry.
What?
Your phone.
My
I left,
phone?
You know, I left my phone out. In the,
What do you need to use it
I
for?
just need to.
Let me unlock it.
Oh, thanks. I don't need it unlocked, but I'll need to use it in a little bit. Thanks.
Yeah. So that's crazy, huh? So you've been in Brazil for how many years now?
It's gonna be 5. It's gonna be 5 in 2018. It's gonna be 5.
Are you ever coming back?
I'm coming back, man.
Are
I
you?
am. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm coming back. I don't know.
So you're just in town now for the holidays, right?
Yeah. I spent 1 year in Brazil for Christmas, and it was literally the worst Christmas of my life.
Uh huh.
Why?
Yeah.
Something wrong with Christmas
It
down
was
there?
it was just hot. I mean, it was just. I'm used to cold Christmases and some snow at least,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
Over there, it was like 90 something degrees.
It's their summer now, right?
Yeah. It was 90 something degrees. I saw Santa in a thong in the beach,
Nice.
and I was just like, "What do I
Right,
do?
right,
This
right.
is just no." So
Yeah, because I was talking to you in Vegas at Master Worlds, and you're like, "Dude, Brazil sucks."
Yeah,
you
Brazil-
were like not digging it at the time.
Brazil, it has its days, I guess. It's a great place to visit. And if you have money and you can live right in the South Zone, right by the beach, then it's probably one of the most beautiful places in the world.
Yeah.
But that's not my case. You know, I live, I guess, in the Rio Brazil, Rio, where most people live, and it's just I'd just rather live in the States. You know, if you can.
So didn't you become a world champion?
I was never. I was I'm a 3-time world medalist.
Uh huh.
And
What was that at brown belt?
brown belt and purple belt.
Okay.
And I'm a European champ at brown belts. I medaled at the Pan Ams 2-3 times. I won almost every Open in Brazil as a brown belt. But yeah, I have a decent resume.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
So
So you could plan on competing more at black?
yes, I want to compete more. I told myself I'm going to finish this year as my first year as a black belt in Brazil, and then I think that's when I'll start slowly moving back, getting my life back in the States.
Yeah.
Because
In Chicago or?
I was looking in Chicago. I was talking to Andre and everything, but we'll see. We'll see. So Andre's school is going really well for him and everything. So Chicago could be a possibility,
Yeah.
but we'll see.
We need more little guys.
The little guys. So,
Especially more little black belts.
Yeah, so you're
Awesome.
rooster weight then, right?
Rooster weight.
So this year, I'm assuming you're gonna compete at Adult Worlds, right?
yes.
So who would that be? That's
Kyle
Terra.
Well, he just retired at Nogi, so you'll never be able to compete against him at Nogi.
Yeah,
Oh,
Skinny
thank
doesn't
God.
care.
He's like, thank God. Why?
Thank
You would
God.
love to compete against him, right?
Kyle Terra?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I think, what is he at? Is he an 8-time Nogi
10-time.
world, 10-time Nogi world champion?
Yep.
Yeah, it'd be pretty cool.
That'd be awesome. I would love to.
Who else is in that weight class? Bruno
Bruno
Melfisini.
Malfacini, you got Ivania Oliveira.
What about Michael Musamichi or whatever? Is he?
little Musa Messi Jr.?
Yeah.
He's in Pluma. He's in light
feather.
feather.
Light feather.
But I think
Light.
sometimes he comes on a rooster. He's
That
really
rooster
good.
at Nogi is tough. 122. That's a tough one
Yeah.
to get to.
Yeah, 122.
In gi, it's 127. So,
Right.
Yeah, because they take out the gi
Right.
weight.
but you,
It's a heavy gi, right? It's a 5-pound gi.
It's a 5-pound gi.
Wow.
I know.
Who's using that gi?
I don't know. That's legit.
Yeah, you got to get the lightweight keys, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. Atami makes some nice gis.
Atama makes the nice lightweight
Atama.
gis. I prefer the Munjalgi, which is a little bit thicker because of the grips. It's easier to break grips and stuff. But
With the thicker gi.
with the thicker gi,
Yeah, I know.
you know, I'm usually pretty good on my diet, so I've never had a tough weight cut, if a weight cut at all. So, you know, I think I competed at the Abu Dhabi Grand Slam, where the weight class is I think 125 or 124, I believe, with the gi on, but the weigh-ins are the day before. So,
Oh, that's good.
you know, I use the lightest gi, like a paper, like a paper gi, you know. and
Right.
Weighted with that in, and then the next day, you know, you can weigh in with whatever gi you can fight with whatever gi you want. So
That seems just weird. Like, we're all going to do that. So
Yeah.
why even attempt to do it?
Yeah.
Let's just call it 128. You know what I mean? Because you're just there's ways around it. So
Yeah.
just who's smarter, right? Is that
Yeah.
a thing? It's an intelligence thing.
Right. I don't know. I guess.
Well, that's the guy who gets pinched from steroids, right? It's like more of an intelligence test.
Right. Yeah. Because aren't they test what? Anyone who podiums at adult worlds?
They test. Right?
they test.
test.
It's random selection, I believe. Out
But
of like
I-
the 10 categories, I think.
Oh, really?
8 of them or 7 of them.
I got to imagine fucking almost everybody who makes the podium is doing something, at least in the higher weight classes.
Yeah. I don't like.
Look, you just
people-
smirking.
there's
Yeah, you know
people
what's
that-
up. So, I mean, I'm assuming the IBJJF doesn't necessarily want to bust you. You know what I mean? Do you get? I mean,
I don't know.
It's kind of like
I mean,
here's.
I would think they want to keep it as professional and clean as possible. They don't want that reputation.
Yeah, but they also like, you know, once you've built a star, you don't want him to get like.
Well, look at the
Pinch.
UFC and John Jones. That's their star.
Yeah, but
I'm sure if Connor tested, it'd be the
USADA,
same
bro.
thing.
Look, that's a whole different thing. That's a third party doing that shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah. Well, you got a commission. There's no IBJ. There's no commission for the IBJJF. They are the governing body.
Yeah, there's their own
There's
business.
no,
you
right.
know,
So I don't know, man.
Yeah, but it might be one of those like here, go into that stall and piss in this cup type of like no one's watching you.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think.
I'll podium at the next Worlds and I'll let you guys know.
Yeah.
There you
Let's
go.
know. Adult.
Is it right?
Adult black belts.
There you
Adult black belts. Because all their belts don't get tested.
Yeah,
so.
it's just black belt, bro.
Yeah.
We gotta
Yeah.
wait. Wait a few years.
But yeah. I mean, it can be done. Megaton still competes at the adult level.
He does.
Megaton's a beast, bro.
Yeah.
Have you
Megaton
rolled
is
it?
a beast. No, but I've seen him train.
It's gonna be
We
tough.
have our best, one of our best black belts in Brazil. I don't know if you guys know Hugo Marquez.
No.
He's one of our best black belts in Brazil, over there at Soul Fighters in Brazil. And I saw him train with Megaton. Megaton just, I don't know, I don't know that judo throw, that Ippon Seyanagi throw,
Yeah.
that one-arm shoulder throw.
Right.
Just dumped him on his head, man.
Wow.
Dumped him on his head. I was like, wow,
Yeah,
Megaton's
Megaton's
a
scary,
beast,
man.
bro.
He's gotta be in his late 50s.
Yeah.
Mid 50s, somewhere
Beast,
in there.
dude.
Uh-huh.
How cool is it that Mineko made it on the list of Master Black Belts of the Year?
Dude,
and Megaton's
dude,
on there too.
Yeah,
Megaton?
I think Andrew's gonna win.
Wait,
You think so?
I,
think
what I don't
Andrew's gonna
understand
win.
is why didn't they use Mineko in his name?
I don't
I
know.
think that's going to throw a lot of people
It's
off.
going to throw a lot of
Yes.
people off.
Well, no,
But they
check
use
the-
Megaton in his name.
Check this out. Check this
Right.
out. Andre Leitch is also Andre Galvao. So people could probably think it's Andre Galvao, and they're so full for him.
Oh, really?
I didn't know that. Is it really?
No, they would obviously have it. They would have it listed as Andre Galvao. But who else? It's Hendo Gracie, Mario Sperry, Megaton, Mineko, and
Andrew Racy,
yeah, I
Hamilton,
said that.
Monaco.
Fabio. Shit, I don't even know.
Yeah.
But anyway, there's
I
five. or
voted
six,
for Mineko.
obviously.
Yeah,
So.
of course.
But why? I know I'm probably gonna get a
Did
lot
you
of shit
see
for
his
saying
match?
this, but
Did you
like,
see Mineko's match at Nogi Worlds?
Yeah.
Dude, it was. Did you watch it?
I didn't watch it.
Oh my god,
The stream
it
in
was
Brazil was horrible.
intense.
Was it really?
Fuck, like all of his match, but like this guy, like he was a wrestler. He was going against a wrestler, and Mineko got slammed to his face, hit the mat.
yeah, the
What?
dude put a mean front headlock on him.
and
Wait,
just
what?
slammed Mineko to the ground.
What the heck?
And Mineko flat. And Mineko told me, he goes, "Yeah, my nose hit the mat." I'm like, "Yeah, your whole." He just, and then Then
I mean, it
the
wasn't
switch
that
turned.
bad.
It was bad.
Was
dude.
it? It was just a front
was-
headlock drag down.
Live, it was like, holy
Okay.
shit.
Oh, wow.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
it looked intense. And then I'm like, oh shit, what's gonna happen? And then Maneko just turned it
He
up.
done messed up, dude.
Oh,
He done
that
messed
knee
up.
bar that I didn't even see that coming. That guy had him,
Mm.
and Maneko just died for that knee bar, and I was like, oh.
Yeah.
That guy was just, it was beautiful. The whole match was beautiful. I mean, it was
It's
awesome.
awesome, man. That's amazing.
Yeah, it was so intense.
This is going to be like sacrilege almost to say, but like, why is Renzo Gracie on that black belt, master black belt of the year list?
I think
Because of his ADCC match?
yeah, the ADCC
His 20-minute match?
It was one match that nothing happened in.
Exactly.
I didn't watch the match either.
You shouldn't have.
No.
It was horrible.
Really? Who did he face? Did he face Amaris Berry?
No, it was
Fabio Rangel?
no.
Who did he face?
I forget, some Asian guy.
It was
Was it Sakuraba?
no, it wasn't
no, it wasn't
Sakuraba.
Sakuraba.
It was some other Asian.
Right,
like,
I can't.
I can't
Really?
think of it.
It
But
was-
it was
Was it a famous Asian guy?
yes,
Really?
and it was a stand up 20-minute stand up pushing each other around.
Right.
Yeah.
Literally just pushed each other for 20 minutes. And like the announcers
Mm-hmm.
did have nothing else to talk about. They're like, they're working their game, pushing each other. I don't know
It's
what to
amazing
say.
to watch these legends
Yeah.
out here. It's like there's only so many times you could say that.
Yeah, it was awkward, but I mean, I don't know. I'm a guard puller, so for me, it's like just sit down. Let's do jujitsu. I don't. Maybe there's a strategy in that at that level. You're a black belt, so
And
is there more of a strategy at that level?
No, I think at ADCC,
Yeah.
the rule, you get penalized if you pull guard. I'm almost positive at the ADCC rules.
But no, this was a super fight.
Yeah. Well, super fight, they probably had
Maybe
different
the
rules.
same rule set?
I'm
Yeah,
almost
same
positive
rule
same,
set.
Oh, is it the same
rules,
rule
yeah.
set? Okay.
Yeah. So I believe for you to pull guard, you have to attempt a takedown and then.
Well, you could attempt a takedown and
Yeah,
pull guard.
yeah.
You easily do that at their level. You know.
I think. Yeah.
I mean, I even seen some of the Nanogi at Worlds.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't want to go down. Nobody wanted to pull guard. No one wanted. They just wanted to stand up and push each other around.
Yeah.
And collar tie and then break and then, I just don't. Am I looking at that wrong? Am I thinking the wrong? Like, okay, that should be how it is, or should someone pull guard at some point? Should someone just say, you know what, fuck it, let's get down and do some shit?
I guess. I don't know. It's tough. I mean, in a point situation.
Yeah, in a point situation.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. What do you think, Skinny?
Man, yeah, I'm with you guys on that one.
Yeah, right.
I mean, you don't want to pull and get penalized and then lose by a penalty.
I agree with you on that, but if you pull right, you're not going to get penalized.
Yeah.
You know.
What about black belt of the year, adult black belt of the year?
Who's on the list?
Or wait, hang on, male black belt of the year. Cobrinha, Buchecha, Felipe Pena, Herbert Santos,
Felipe Pena.
Gordon Ryan, Michael Musameshi.
Felipe.
I
Felipe?
go for Cobrinha.
I go for Cobrinha too.
Really?
The Grand Slam,
The
man.
Oh, yeah, it's true.
super grand slam.
Super Grand Slam.
And
When
he's-
is that ever gonna be done again?
Yeah, you're right.
It's never been done, and
I just was thinking Felipe Pena because he submitted.
it's because you don't know anything about jiu-jitsu. That's
Yeah,
why.
right.
That's why no, it's got to be Cobrinha, right?
I
That's
think
why I
so, too.
voted
Felipe
for
Pena
anyway.
submitted Gordon Ryan and beat Gary Tonin. Submitted
But he
both
also
those
lost
guys.
this year, too.
Oh, he did lose?
Yeah. Wait, was it this year or last year? Well, our guy beat him. Joel beat him.
Oh, he did?
Joel Gabriel beat him.
yeah.
Yeah. So,
Cobrinha won everything
Yeah,
you
it's
could
true.
possibly win this
true.
year.
Yeah.
So
That's true. Well, you know what? EBI, the combat, they have a 2-minute sit down. So if you're standing for more than 2 minutes,
Yeah.
automatically sit down.
yeah, I heard that too.
Get down. They
Right.
call it a get down.
They
so
call
they
it a
just
get
sit down?
They just get down. Yeah.
Pretzel style? Just
I don't
sit down?
know.
don't know. What do you
I
do?
think they
You
do
go
a
in
coin flip. I
50-50?
think they do a coin flip, and one of you's got to get down.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
When you get that, and you get like double, or you get butterfly hooks.
Butterfly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. They do call it a get down.
Okay.
2 minutes standing. That's it. No, you guys can't
Get
take each
down.
other down. Get down. I love that rule.
It's a good rule.
It is a good rule. So you can play around for
Yeah.
2 minutes,
Right.
And then one of you's going to get down. And it's going to be a coin flip to who gets down.
Yeah.
And that's cool. I like this. I mean, we're going to see how that's going to work out.
Yeah. It's like the equivalent to a stand up.
But I like
MMA.
that they're testing the waters. Like, let's see if this works. Let's see if this is more entertaining than the ADCC 5 minutes of standing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because honestly, every freaking ADCC match it seems like it's the same thing, man.
Yeah.
It's like they collar tie for 5 minutes and then it goes to points and then it's like, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I want to give a shout out to Kenny Jewell, IBJJF photographer. He listens to our podcast and he hit me up. He's like, "Hey, I heard you're coming out to Worlds. I'll shoot your match."
Oh, really?
Yeah. So he also has a podcast of his own called Grapple TV.
Nice.
And I'm like, "Cool, man. You shoot my match." He's like, "Yeah." I'm
Did
like,
he shoot
awesome.
it?
Yeah, he
Did he
did.
send you photos?
Yeah. Awesome.
You didn't post anything?
He sent me a collage of like at the end because I didn't win, so it's not like
There's got to be a cool shot in there somewhere.
yeah. So, but it was really nice of him. He's a really cool dude. Thanks, Kenny. Appreciate it. Nice meeting you. But it was cool.
What do you make of this Gary Tonin business of he's trying to like get a bunch of people to sign up for the next like no-gi IBJJF thing and just like try and get everyone to
Get
get DQ for reaping?
Really?
And heel
as
hooks.
like a protest to the IBJJF.
That's a lot of money. That easy money IBJJF is going to get.
Exactly, because that's who's going to sign up and just give away their $100.
So he's getting totally shit on online.
Really?
Though. Like people are just like they keep posting like articles of him like getting interviewed by Flow Grappling 2 years previous, saying like, "Oh yeah, I'm training for No-Gi Worlds right now, and my knee bars are becoming really sharp, and my guard passing is becoming really sharp. So it's definitely a rule set, different rule sets." Strengthen different parts of your game and stuff like that, you know. So he's kind of like shitting on his own point, really.
Yeah. Well, he's just signed. Didn't he just sign a contract to fight MMA now?
Yeah.
So he's doing MMA.
Different grapplers are better at different rule sets. It's like just stick to the rule set.
I couldn't
good
imagine.
at
I
then.
could not imagine heel hooks, reaping. Maybe I couldn't imagine heel hooks in the IBJJF. Honestly, I couldn't.
In the no-gi, I could.
Yeah.
No-gi, I could.
Why not?
I don't know. I couldn't see it
Let it happen.
because you would need reaping with it.
You don't care, do you, Skinny?
Not really.
You
know,
guys
just,
training heel hooks where you're at?
Yeah, you know, sometimes you get put in a heel hook and you just tap and that's it. You start over. So, hey.
But it's something you guys train in Brazil, right?
Yeah, we because we have a couple guys that get invited to the ADCC every year, and there's that new federation that Berkut, I think that's the ACB.
Yeah.
That federation. I believe that.
That Taquino just won.
Yes. Tatu also got invited to go there. So
Oh, really?
we've been training heel hooks and stuff like that.
Have you ever trained with Taquino?
To Taquino? Yes. Yeah, he's definitely on another level. You know.
I met him in line at the acai stand. He was standing behind me, and I had to say congratulations because he just won. And I was talking to him for a little bit, and he's just a really cool dude.
Yes, he's
Down to earth, man,
amazing.
just super chill.
Yeah.
And he's our size. That's what's crazy. Like I
Amazing
just
jiu-jitsu.
I just kind of like gave him a pat on the shoulder, like, "Hey, man,
Yeah.
congratulations!" And I'm like fucking my size, man. And he's
What does he weigh, really, though?
he's got to be in his 140s. He's not
Well, he weighs around. I think he walks around 150.
150?
150
Okay.
there. Yeah.
Well, he's competed
150,
against...
160.
I know he's in bantamweight for the
Yeah,
UFC,
for the
135,
UFC,
so he
yeah.
cuts down to 135.
Yeah, and he cut down to what is 60 kilos. He cut down to 60 kilos no-gi for that Berkut.
Okay.
And yeah, but
Yeah, he's a beast.
you know, he's really good.
And he's still in his 20s, right?
No.
Oh, he's not?
He's over 30.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he beat... he fought Eddie Cummings twice. He beat him at ADCC and then went to a draw with him in Polaris, I think.
What was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's hard as hell to heel hook.
Yeah.
You could say that.
Yeah. And he has good wrestling too. He has really good wrestling. So
I was really surprised because I looked him up on all the guys he fought on BJJ Heroes, and he's beaten a ton of fucking good guys, man.
yeah.
Ton of good guys. Cabrinier's beaten both the Mendez brothers. Meow. He's beaten Agazarm. He's Leandro Lowe even. I don't even know how the hell.
He beat Leandro Lowe at the No-Gi Worlds, and I didn't see the match, but I heard he's just very strategical. And they told me, I got from another training partner, said that Leandro Lowe, I guess, when he starts his match, he shakes hands and he opens his arms up.
Yes, he does.
And
he floats around.
Taquino knew that. And Taquino, as soon as they shook hands and Leandro opened his hands up, Taquino took him down.
Oh,
He just timed it really well.
Yeah.
And
That's clever.
Tanquinho is really well at that. And also, I got told at that Berkut Grand Prix that he just won against Miao. Miao for Nogi, I guess, only inside bending bulls to the right, I believe. And Tanquinho the night before was just training hundreds of time defense of that right side bending bull. And he beat him.
Nice.
He beat him.
Yeah.
So, he's very strategical. He trains hard. And he's one of the best,
Yeah, he's got a win over Ryan Hall, Wagner Rocha, JT Torres. I mean, like
The who's who.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah. Well, more good things come from that guy for sure.
yeah. How old is he?
He's in his 30s.
He's
What's the same-
around 32, 30, around there.
Yeah.
So,
That's awesome.
yeah.
So I was surprised Buchecha wasn't at Nogi World. What's going on?
I don't know.
That's weird. I thought I'd see him there, at least see him there, but
Right.
not even.
Why
compete.
didn't Gordon Ryan do it?
Why?
Yeah,
I don't know.
it's like
He was there. I mean,
Was he
obviously, yeah, he was there. He is like I see people on TV, and I'm like, oh, that dude looks big. Gordon Ryan in that crowd was so He was bigger
Really?
than ever. I mean, he just looked like a giant.
Really?
A giant.
I heard he's young too.
He's
Muscle
super
Farm,
young.
dude.
He's Muscle Farm is producing giants. Basically, you take that, you become a giant.
Right.
I mean, that dude is so big. Just everything about him is giant, and he walks. He's got a weird strut.
Right.
You ever see him walk?
yeah,
Like it's weird. It's like okay, all right, dude, you got this. Your own way of walking. It's
Right.
funny, but he seemed really cool, man. He seemed like you could walk up to him. Gary Tonin just with his jacket was really funny. Shout out to Pierre, who fucking dominated. Pierre did really
Pierre's
fucking
good,
good,
man.
man.
but he
Holy
had
fuck.
4 tough matches.
3 out of 4 he won.
Yeah.
It's fucking awesome. I mean, just that one little mistake in that last match, but man, he was fucking good.
Really?
He's so fucking good.
No,
Like,
Pierre's good.
I roll with him, and I know he's not going 100%,
Really?
obviously. But then to see him compete at that level, I'm like, oh my God, dude. You know he's good, but then you're like, oh yeah, you're really fucking good.
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool. Kyle fucking did awesome too. He's a fucking beast. Man. All of our guys did really well, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was a good time.
What's next for you, Skinny? What's the next competition?
Next competition, I wanted to do the Grand Slam in Abu Dhabi, which was I believe it's the 11th of January, but it's cutting too close. I'm not able to train right now, so because I'm working with my dad and stuff. So
Yeah.
But if I don't do that, it would be the Grand Slam in March and in London. The Grand Slam in London, and then the Pans in March also, right after the Grand Slam.
Uh-huh.
And I'm sure I'll do an Open in February around there.
What about like the opens in Brazil? I mean, do you run into the type of talent in Brazil that like you wouldn't see at the opens in the States because they just don't have the money to come out and compete in them?
I think in the lower belts, yeah.
Yeah.
In the lower belts, they're tougher. For the longest time, I believe the Brasileiro, the Brazilian Nationals, was really tough to win in Brazil compared to the Worlds. I would have tougher matches in the Nationals in Brazil than I would at the Worlds.
Really?
Yeah. I've medaled at the Worlds 3 times. The Nationals, there's been Nationals that it's one and done,
Yeah.
I got a silver at the Nationals at brown belt and a bronze at purple belt. But yeah, the Nationals were harder for the lower belts. Black belt, I believe, in the Worlds and the Opens could probably be tougher in the States.
How big are your brackets for Rooster brown belt at Worlds?
At Worlds?
Yeah.
At Worlds, it's 4 or 5 matches.
4 or 5 matches. So you have
16 to 32 people.
Yeah.
Is there ever more than 5 matches?
For Rooster?
No, for any division.
Yeah.
For lightweight, like my buddies go 7 matches.
Is that
for
what's the max? What's the
and
max?
middleweight.
Does there ever max out or no? You can go 10 matches in the IBJJF?
In IBJJF, the most I've heard was 7 matches.
Okay, so 7.
100 and something people.
Yeah, exactly.
107.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
But I mean, still 100 something people. But
yeah.
when you say 100 something, you're like, holy fuck!
Yeah.
But you're still 7
Yeah,
matches.
yeah.
7's a lot.
Seven's
Don't
a
get me
lot.
wrong. I mean, that's a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, 4 matches
Because
at
after
that
4,
intensity.
you're just like, oh man.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah,
Got
so-
3 more. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Right.
But
So-
you know, at that intensity, it's tough. I don't know what it's like to compete at a 20-year-old level, you know. But even at my age, it's like that first fucking match. You're like, okay, you gotta pace yourself, you know.
Yeah.
It's crazy, and then hope you don't get injured during the match.
Yeah.
You know?
You don't feel that though. Like,
No, not-
You feel
but
the day after.
The day after,
You're just
right.
like, oh my god, my body. You know,
Yeah. But sometimes you get tweaked, you know.
Do you pace yourself, Skinny? Like, or do you just like? Do you go into that first match with the mentality like I better win this or I don't even get a second match?
The first match is definitely the hardest, and I always like people look at their brackets and stuff like that. I like to just get there, and just whoever I go against, I go against. I don't care if I go against last year's world champion the first match because eventually you're gonna have to face the guy,
Right.
And I'm there to win. I'm not there to get third place. I'm not there to get just the podium. I'm
Right.
there to win.
Right.
So. You know, and a lot of times I like to go against a really tough, like the toughest guy in the first match because that's it. You know, this is the guy, and after you win, after you beat that guy, your confidence is just like
Skyrockets.
boom.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
You know,
And like you said, you're there for the gold. So
You're
it's
there
like,
for the
might as
gold.
well, if I'm going to, I'd rather face this
Yeah.
guy early and
Yeah.
fucking, if I lose, I go home, you know? and you know,
Yeah.
you got the rest of the day for yourself.
Yeah. Or you can. Well, in my division,
Yeah.
I always get a medal. You know,
always
just
get a
a
medal.
participation medal.
Zito signs
you
up,
go.
gets a t-shirt and a medal.
that's
Yeah,
awesome.
no matter, automatically. I'm getting something.
You know,
out of it.
some of my opens in Brazil
Are they like
they're
that too?
There's 3 people in the bracket. I go there and
You know you can. You know
I
you can.
get something.
How do you
But,
feel about like posts that people make?
Man, I don't know where people think of this stuff in the post, like
Yeah.
in the Facebook post.
Right.
People write essays sometimes, and I just when I post my stuff, it's just like thank you, my sponsors.
Yeah.
Tough matches.
Yeah.
I can eat now. you know?
Right.
So-
that's
Yeah, I
it.
think my post was I posted the 2 photos from the podium. I mean,
Yeah.
I didn't win, but
Right.
I was just like IBJJF, like 2017 Worlds.
Yeah.
Thanks to Soul Fighters and Mineko
Yeah, but-
helping me prepared. I was like,
Exactly.
I'm done.
Exactly.
I don't need to like.
But you didn't like go on there and be like, I got silver today or whatever. You know,
No.
like
because I lost. I
Right.
don't feel like I
right.
won.
You can't say that.
No.
Oh no, yeah. When you lose like third out of third day, you can't say that.
No.
But if you win gold and you had 2 matches, you know, hey, I got first.
Right.
You can see, you know.
Like I know that I have to go up there and get my medal.
Yeah. No, out of respect
I'm
too. For the
reluctant
picture.
though. I'm
yeah.
like, oh, okay.
Right.
Like I had to stand next to that big guy at second, but there's no one on third.
Yeah.
So I only had that guy.
Right.
Yeah.
But 5 people signed up for the
Absolute,
open class.
yeah.
And so I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get some matches.
Yeah.
And then they called us up there, and I'm just standing there waiting, and I'm waiting, and I'm looking around. I'm asking guys, "Hey, are you in Masters 3?" "No, I'm Masters 2." I'm just pointing. I'm like, "Where are these guys at?" So I talked to the ring coordinator. I'm like, "Hey, man, where?" He goes, "Yeah, we're gonna give your guy 3 more minutes. If he doesn't show up, it's just you and that guy fought."
Yeah, the
I'm like,
bulldozer.
"Really? Out of 5 of us, only 2 of us showed up."
Right.
So then I fought against that guy, and that was it. But I didn't feel like I didn't win, but I got a participation medal.
Right.
A for
So,
effort, man.
I got the A for effort.
you
Right.
know, it's okay.
But again, I'm not gonna. You want to see my matches? Go to Flow
We're all
Grappling.
winners, okay?
Yeah,
At the
well,
end of the day, we're all
Yes.
winners.
Thanks.
I was
Thanks,
there.
Skinny.
I participated. But yeah, I just still like I have all those. Like Paul's like, damn, you got a lot of medals up there. I'm like, yeah. So I've got 5 IBJJF medals,
Yeah.
and only one of them I actually won.
Really?
But I have 5 medals because I won the Chicago Open Nogi.
Uh,
That was the only one I won.
there you go.
Everyone else is a
Some pretty
participation.
sweet paperweights.
Yes,
There you go.
they do look good.
I like them. I like that belt too, man.
You like that
I
belt?
like that
See
belt.
this Naga belt?
Yeah.
His most prized possession.
I won that one too. Yeah, that was
There
a
you
fun
go.
one. That was a scary one because I didn't know what I was going. I didn't know what I was doing or what I was going into.
Right.
but it worked out.
So how big are the academies in Brazil?
They're
Like I heard that
small.
are they small?
They're very small.
I heard there's one on every corner.
And there's depending on the area, but in Copacabana, there's a lot. There's a lot of almost one in every corner.
What's the community like? Is everyone pretty friendly with each other and like?
You have gyms that are more modern. That it's like, like Tatu had his gym, that competition class. Everybody is welcome. All types of gyms.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, we're the ones that are going to get better
Right.
by training with all types of people. but there's other gyms, I believe, like the old school gyms, like the Gracie Humaitas and, some of the Carlsons that are like, more just their people coming
Right.
in to train.
Very clannish.
But is that
No
make
black geese, There's some
really?
gyms that I think
wow.
some of the Gracie schools don't let
Just
black
white-
geese.
just white geese.
Just white geese. Or blue, maybe. I don't know. But I know for sure my roommate in Brazil trained at Gracie Tijuca. And no black geese.
Wow.
No black geese. So...
I pulled out my gi from 1993, which is not a real gi, but I pulled it out and I'm like, man, I want to make sure. But it's like all ripped up and destroyed. But I was like trying to compare the difference between.
You still had it?
Yeah, I still
That's
have
so
it.
weird.
And I still have my white belt, my first white belt from
Interesting.
1993. It's not even like it's not jiu-jitsu. There's no like black on it where you can stripe it.
Right,
know?
right.
It's just a white belt. It's very interesting. I got to do something with it.
What do you guys think about those like actual belts that you can wear like for your jeans that have like
Oh, I don't know.
your rank on it?
Yeah, it's a gimmick.
I think it's kind of cool. I would do it if I had a black belt. You know what I mean? With a little bit of red.
Not blue.
No, definitely not blue. Purple's a cool color, but you would come off as like a hipster doing it. Like, like look at this guy with this purple belt,
Right,
that's a hipster move, I would do it with brown or black probably.
Yeah.
But
They do that in Brazil?
No.
No, right?
no.
They don't give a shit.
Everyone's
Brazil.
a goddamn black belt. You don't need to you don't need to announce it.
Right.
Yeah. They tattoo their... I've seen people tattoo their rank.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah. Like,
Even white?
I mean, they what they do is they tattoo like the belt outline.
Okay.
And then they start
coloring it.
coloring it in.
Okay.
And then they cover it up with a bigger belt.
Oh,
and
wow.
Then, so yeah, they have some interesting tattoos in Brazil.
Really?
Yeah. I saw one guy at the beach. He had tattooed himself. Badass. Big guy.
Yeah.
Probably on some type of, some type of supplement.
Right.
And he had in his back it said badass. The guy was a badass, I guess.
Yeah, apparently.
So
Self-proclaimed
there you go,
badass.
self-proclaimed badass.
But are there I think like Brazilians, like just the guys, they're a different type of breed, man. They're like
They
tough
are.
fucking guys. And
And they're so passionate about a lot of things.
right, exactly. So you got to be
Yeah.
kind of watching. Like you
Yeah.
being from America, are you like more like, I'm not going to go down that road
Yeah,
with those
I
guys?
definitely don't go out as much over there.
Yeah.
And I don't drink when I'm over there.
Because you could just disappear in Brazil, I'm assuming, right? That shit just gotta happen.
Skinny guy,
Yeah,
can you? I don't know.
there's definitely. I think now where I think it's a little bit safer now, but definitely depending on who you're with and what areas you go to, it could be bad for you.
So, ever have any run-ins? Like, what's the shadiest thing that's happened to you?
To me, I got my phone stolen once. I was
like the guy just came up to you.
it
and
was
like, "Give me
by
your phone."
kids,
But oh shit!
by little kids, man.
Like a whole mob of
No,
little
I was.
teenagers.
Took you down?
It was my first year in Brazil, and I had my phone with me, and I was getting on the bus, and I took out my backpack, and I put my phone in that little zipper thing, and I put it back on my back. My backpack back on my back.
Yeah.
And as soon as I got up on the bus, I didn't feel anything. I got up on the bus, paid the bus, sat down, took my backpack, and there was a little opening. Somebody opened that little zipper and just boop, took my iPhone.
Wow.
And then I looked outside of the bus, and there was a whole bunch of kids. They were like, like mocking me with a phone.
Oh,
like,
shit.
piece of shit.
Wow.
They don't just steal it; they laugh at you after.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
So that's the only thing that's really happened to me so far.
But when you invite, like you said, you have open class, so they invite other. Is there any like gym raids still happening out there where people?
We had when one of our training partners was training for Copa Poggio, we raided I guess you can say raided another gym. It was my coach's friends with almost a whole bunch of coaches. So my coach called another team's coach, and he said, "Yo, our guy is going to be at Copa Poggio. Do you have some different training for him?" And he was like, "Yeah, come over." So that night we loaded up we loaded up like 3 cars of our team, and we drove like an hour to that guy's gym.
Yeah.
And it was pretty cool.
Yeah?
It was awesome. Yeah. I sparred like 10 rounds that day.
Wow.
And one class.
How long are the rounds out there? They
They were 8-minute rounds.
8 minutes.
Yeah, that day.
At night or during the day?
It was at night. We got there at like 10 p.m.
Wow.
Yeah, because at Copa Pollo it was always nighttime. So we started doing the trainings at nighttime.
Okay.
So we could match up the fight time.
Oh,
So,
that's interesting.
Yeah.
Huh.
So yeah.
Can't never do that with the IBJJF. You never know what
Yeah.
you're fighting.
Right.
I had to change. I was my mentality. So we got to California, and then we realized that we're fighting Sunday evening, and I booked our flights to leave Sunday evening. So the time I was fighting, I should have been at the airport. So I had to like hurry up and change the flights to Monday morning. We had to stay an extra day because I didn't realize. I'm thinking like, I don't know what else. I'm thinking like Chicago. It's like, oh, we go during. Saturday we would fight, but we all fought Sunday.
Yeah.
Everyone fought Sunday.
Yeah.
So I would just assume that they put the older guys first and had like the young guys be on, but they mixed it all up.
They
It's
always
all
mix
mixed
it
up.
up.
I wonder what their whole like.
I don't
way
know
of
why
doing
they
that
don't
is.
just put like a set schedule for the opens.
Like this is always how
This
it's
is
going to be.
always how it's going to be for this year.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Like black belts will go first, then this and that,
Yes,
and then.
yes.
But this was all mixed up, like completely random selection. It seemed random, but I'm sure they have some type of like algorithm to their method to their madness or
Right.
whatever.
I don't get it.
But yeah, it was weird because Kyle went out at like 7 o'clock at night. It's weird, like or 5:30 or something like that. I'm like, geez, all day I had to wait.
God, that sucks, man.
It sucked.
I fucking hate that.
It really did because
And
that
that-
was cold in there. It was freezing in
Really?
that freaking auditorium.
Right.
And I'm like hooded up, and I'm nervous, a little bit. So my hands are sweating, so it's like a cold sweat. You're like, oh, what the fuck? You can't heat up. And then the mats for warming up were like far away. It was weird. Like,
Really?
so I had to like warm up on concrete.
Right.
That kind of sucked.
Yeah, man.
What do you
Yeah.
do? Stretch out on concrete. It's just give me a yoga mat at least. Put some
Right.
yoga mats around.
Yeah.
Concrete.
Like if I do Master World again, this year, I'm flying out like the day before I
Yeah.
fight. I'm not chilling in Vegas for 3 days before I fight. That fucking sucked.
That did. Well, it sucked because you had to watch your weight.
I didn't have to watch my weight.
I thought you had to watch your weight.
No. I
Well,
do. I do.
Oh, you just didn't
whatever.
wanna drink.
I
You didn't
just
wanna
didn't
get-
want to drink.
Yeah,
and then it
that's
was
right.
like, the brown belts went the first day, and then so now Kyle could party for 3 days straight,
Right.
and then the black belts like Maneko goes the second day, and he wins gold. So now everyone's fucking partying.
We're all partying.
Paul's left.
And I'm sitting there like I'm fighting tomorrow morning.
Right.
Like this blows.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So I'm going out. I already said that I don't go into the bullpen to the IBJJF until I hear my name announced on the speakerphone. You know what I mean? I wait till you call me, then I get up.
Yeah.
Because I've been stuck in that goddamn bullpen for 45 minutes before, just sitting there. I'm like, that ain't happening again.
There are people that because I was sitting above the bullpen, and I was just because they're right there, and there was people that didn't make weight. I was like, damn, that sucks. Like,
Wait, they sat in the bullpen for like hours and they still didn't make weight?
they still didn't make weight. So you have time. You have a test scale.
Yeah.
There's a guy who came up and he was wearing like brown belt shorts, like white shorts with a brown and the
Yeah.
guy's like, you can't wear that. You got to change your shorts. And the guy's like, all right. So he put some different shorts on, and then he goes to sit on the scale. I was like, you didn't make weight. He's like, really? He goes, well, can I go lose? He goes, no. This is official. You're weighing in right now. That's it. You're out. Once you step on that scale,
Yeah.
you can't go
How
back.
much was he off by?
I don't know. I didn't hear, but it's
Yeah.
got to be like, what the fuck?
Come on, man.
That sucks, man.
It does.
I mean, what are you gonna do? I mean, I don't know how. I didn't weigh I was underweight. I ate anything I wanted.
Yeah.
Because I knew I was up a weight class.
Right.
And I still weighed in under my weight class.
Yes. So knowing that for the future, now you don't even have to watch
I
your
don't
weight.
have to watch my weight at all. No, it's silly.
Neither do I. I do whatever I want. I'm still 162 in the gi.
I'm 135, no gi, and I'm obviously under for gi. So
Skinny. I mean, what do you cut a couple of pounds, don't you?
Not really. No.
Not really?
No, I just changed my diet up.
You look fucking big for a rooster.
Yeah. Well,
he looks just like Kyle Terra.
I've been eating
You're
a
probably
lot.
the exact same size as him.
My mom feeds me well when I come back in town, but I'll get back to Brazil. I'll probably weigh 135.
Okay.
And just training and eating right,
And then
it just comes off fast, So I always try to gain weight.
Yeah.
I go to that GNC. Is that,
Yeah, GNC.
They give me all this kind of that mass protein.
Okay,
it's like
yeah.
protein with all kinds of fat. And I can't gain weight. It's weird.
Yeah.
It's weird. And
Good metabolism. What are you
Yeah.
gonna do?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
plus you train what 2-3 a days.
yes.
So I mean, that's just
You'll gain weight later in life.
Yeah.
But
it's just a lot. I mean, you're working on a lot. So you just anything you feed your
Yeah.
body is just being absorbed and just worked out. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not a bad problem to have.
No, I guess not.
so any future aspirations to have your own gym, maybe?
Man, I was talking about this to some people at the gym the other day. I see gym owners and how the way they run things, the way their lifestyle is, and I don't know, man. I don't know if I want to do that anymore. You
Too
know,
hectic?
It seems too hectic, and it just doesn't seem worth it. I believe I can make the same amount of money, if probably even more money, doing something else and still train.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
And not have to
so
deal with
and
the-
not have
the
to deal
headaches
with
of-
that.
I know, because I have a full-time job. And
Yes.
I just want to go to the gym and train. I
Yes.
don't have to think about
Exactly, right?
curriculum.
Yes.
I just want to train.
Exactly.
This guy, yeah.
Now,
I mean,
maybe if I'm retired, if I retire from, technology and
Yes.
maybe later in life where I just, I'm at a black belt level or whatever and I want to open up a gym, maybe I would do that, maybe
Right.
at that retirement age. But being 20, I don't know, man.
Yeah,
That's a
dude.
lot. That's a lot to do, man.
There's I've heard Leandro Lol's
Mm-hmm.
I've heard this. I don't know if it's true, but some of my friends in Brazil, they're good friends with him. Because every time he comes to Rio and after he competes, they go out, together. But I heard his gym is no curriculum. You go there. There's a set schedule of sparring, and you just spar.
that's it.
Just go balls to the walls, and then you learn off of each other. You're like, "Oh, how'd you do that technique? Oh, I did it like this way. Okay, that's cool." And you just spar, and that's the way I learned. Like,
Is it really?
Our competition class? There's rarely technique. We just kill each other, and then we help each other out. It's like, "Oh, how'd you do that?" And we teach each
But
other.
don't you rep?
We don't rap, dude.
Come
We don't
on.
rap. It's
Really?
weird. But, I get better. I've repped before, and I didn't
Yeah.
feel like it changed my game that much. I get better training and doing those techniques live. And keep trying to do those techniques while I'm going live.
Right, keep
With
trying.
different people.
I see what you're saying.
I learned a pass, and I'm going to try with a whole bunch of people that day.
Yeah.
I learned a cool sweep. The next day, I try that same sweep with all my training partners that I go again or go against that day, and it's usually like 7 to 8 rounds.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's, 7 to 8 rounds, and you get your reps in during. For me, I get my reps in during my sparring.
Yeah.
So,
Now you bear and bolo.
I bear and bowl, man. When not with my ribs, it's gonna be hard with my ribs now. I hurt my ribs the other day.
Cito,
but
when are you going to start bearing bowling?
Yeah.
I mean, you have to do it in your
think
weight
it's-
division. You have to do it.
You should do it now because once you get to brown, I at least got off of it, because of the leg locks and everything. But now I'm starting to doing it again a little bit more. You find the defenses against those leg locks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But bearing bowling at blue and purple belt is awesome because all you got to worry is about a foot lock, and those don't even hurt that bad. So
yeah.
So
I gotta work with Piehi on that.
Yes.
I know.
Yes.
I just gotta get into my game.
Yes.
My game right now is, I go butterfly. I go for
Okay.
that. I go for the overhook. As you can, I think I got my overhook is
Overhook.
super strong, but I just gotta work on some other stuff.
Yes.
Bear and bolo will be one of them. Because Pierre goes under me. You went under me the other day
Did
too.
I?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And then we went to the footlock game a little bit.
Yeah.
And we were playing around with that.
Play footsies.
Yeah.
I like it.
It's
I like
fun.
it a lot.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's just fun to roll with someone like your size. It's
Right.
really nice. But the people I got to start training with, like Tim, Caesar, those are the wrestlers in
Right.
our gym. They're young and they're
Mm-hmm.
really good wrestlers.
Nice.
So I just got to get them and work with them. Well, we'll see. What else, Skinny? What else is going on in your life, man? Anything else?
Nothing much, man. I live a boring life, I guess. I wish I could have given you a lot better, a lot more interesting.
No, you're good,
Story.
man. Skinny rolled in with an entourage. One of the only guys that rolls
There
in
you go.
deep. They all had Santa hats on.
There
so
you go.
yeah.
You're
What
going
do
to a family party after this?
Dude, once I come into town, my whole family is like, "Oh, you're in town from Brazil." So I had my family from Dallas fly into town to see me, my cousins, and I picked them up yesterday. And I was like, "Oh, I have a podcast.
Yeah.
we can go out afterwards." But
Sure.
I really want to do this for these guys from my gym.
Yeah.
So I had to bring them with.
Well, you're like a local legend around Maneko's gym. Everyone always talks about Skinny. Oh, Skinny this, Skinny that.
Really?
So we're getting this motherfucker when he comes in town.
Man,
So-
my Nick was awesome, man. My Nick was so cool. I love my Nick.
I say it all the time. He's just the right amount of crazy for me.
Yes, yes.
You know?
And he has quotes. I have a little notes thing of quotes my Nick has said over the years.
Oh, really?
I wouldn't say it without his permission. If
Right.
he was here, I'd be like, "Can I say
And
these
now you
quotes?"
could speak Portuguese like fluent, right?
Almost fluent.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Almost
So
fluent.
you probably have
Just by staying out there?
Just by staying, you have to
Of course,
learn the
dude.
language. Yeah.
Well, I don't know if maybe you took like a Rosetta Stone. I don't
No,
know.
Right.
no. I learned out of the kids from the gym. You know,
So a lot of kids are training jiu-jitsu out
But
there?
did you speak Spanish in your house at home?
I spoke Spanish in my house,
So
and
it-
it helped me not starve in Brazil.
Right.
But once I wanted to have like intelligent conversations, I had to block Spanish.
Right.
You know, and now my Spanish is horrible.
Oh,
Like
really?
my mom is pissed.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I speak to her in Portuguese sometimes. Yeah. So
But so the kids in the neighborhood and stuff like that, so they're all training jiu-jitsu and
yeah, they're
That's really cool.
and they're good, man. They're good. My main training partners are I have a lot of brown belts and stuff like that. Some black belts. And my coach is my size, so my coach in Brazil, I train with him all the time. But I have 2-3 juvenile purple belts that give me a hard time.
Yeah.
And they're good.
freaking
They're good.
awesome.
They've been training since age like 2, so
Right. That's the thing,
they come to 16 years old. They're my size right now, but once they hit adult, that's when they go. They're usually middleweights and light heavyweights. So
So far is still a new team though, right?
it's a pretty new team, man.
Right.
I think it started in 08, 09.
Okay.
And we dominate in Tijuca, Rio de Janeiro. It's right next door to Maracanã Stadium, that big soccer stadium that's famous in Rio.
Okay.
So that's where we dominate in Brazil. And I guess we're taking over Dallas, man.
Oh yeah?
I guess Dallas is going to be, there's a whole bunch of affiliates and Soul Fighters.
Oh, that's good.
But
We're the only one in Chicago though,
we're
right?
the only one in
Yeah.
Chicago. And Andre has a nice gym.
Yeah.
Andre has a nice gym, so.
Yeah, that sign out front. When
So
they put the sign
that
up, I
was
was like,
awesome.
damn. That sign is awesome.
And I had begged Andre for the longest time. I was like, Andre, man, spend a little bit of money on your sign.
Yeah.
You can't see that night,
Right,
stuff
right.
like that. And when I went there the other day, it was awesome seeing
Yeah,
that.
It was really-
It's fucking. It's a billboard. It's
Yeah.
like super boss.
Yes.
It's big.
It's
Stainless
awesome.
steel and shit.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
yeah, it was
yeah.
fun.
So
Well, it's Christmas weekend, so these guys have a holiday party to go to. What do you say we wrap this up?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, people. Well, this is not going to air till the second week of January.
Right.
So
Yeah, it's December 22nd right now, folks.
Yeah.
We're just
December.
gang taping a bunch of episodes.
yeah,
because we got shit going on.
dude, we're off for a while now.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a little vacation.
Yep.
Awesome. Skinny sponsors.
sponsors, Soul Fighters, BJJ, Atama, and my friends, that help me out. So yeah, that's pretty much it, man. Just those guys, and thank you guys for bringing me on here.
And where can people find you on? Are your social media?
Oh yeah,
open?
social media. I mean, I'm really bad at that. It's Skinjitsu. At Skinjitsu. I post once every 3 months.
MrSkin.com.
Yeah. Yeah, Skinjitsu. I post once every 3 months. I'm not a big media guy. I post more stuff of my dog than I do
Yeah, it's not
of jiu-jitsu. But yeah, Skinjitsu. If you want to follow me, go ahead.
All right, cool, man.
So-
Good luck in 2018, man. Go bring us back a world title, bro.
I will try. I will definitely try my best.
And then hopefully, we get to do this again, move out here or just get to train a little bit more.
Definitely.
Maybe me and Paul come down to Brazil, Rio.
Come down to Brazil, man. Bring
Zito
your
needs to get a
equipment.
passport first.
Yeah, I have a passport.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All right.
All right, guys. Thanks. See ya.
Peace. Hey, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. For more information about Grappler Union Podcast, you could visit us at our website at grapplerunion.com. You can follow us on Instagram at Grappler Union. Please like us on Facebook. Be sure to subscribe on iTunes. And all of our episodes are available on our YouTube channel. Say what?
Be sure to subscribe.
Yeah, subscribe to all that shit. You got to do another take, right?
This episode of the podcast is brought to you by Biotropic Labs. Biotropic Labs is a company that makes its own natural and healthy custom formulated sports supplements. I tried them out. Paul has also tried them. We both like how we feel on them. It dramatically and positively improved our performance, allowing us to train and work out at a much higher level and with much more endurance. His products are built around a blood support and oxygen delivery. To learn more about their products, please visit them on the web at biotropiclabs.com. At checkout, use the promo code UNION10 to receive 10% off your order. Your order is also backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, zero-risk purchase. Again, that's biotropiclabs.com. Use the promo code UNION10 at checkout to receive 10% off your entire order.
This episode of the Grappler Union podcast is brought to you by BJJTees. Go to bjjtees.com, enter the promo code Grappler Union, and save 10% off all your jiu-jitsu apparel. Go to bjjtees.com today.
This episode of the podcast is also brought to you by Strychnine Jiu-Jitsu, makers of vintage-inspired tees, hoodies, and rash guards. Go to strychnine.co, that's STRYCH9.co, and use the promo code UNION at checkout to receive 20% off your online order.